Hey all, install the Pocketfm app by clicking on the link in the description and unlock all episodes of The Divorce Story.
In the previous episode, Shannon interrupts Katherine and Ronald. Shannon, Katherine's secretary, questions Katherine's absence from office. Katherine informs her she has resigned, to which Shannon tells Katherine that everyone in the office thinks she is pregnant. Stunned by the rumor, what will Katherine do next? Why did Shannon come to meet her in the first place?
Yes, Shannon, you're right. Katherine is resigning because she is pregnant.
What? What is Ronald trying to do? Is this another one of his game plans? Does he think telling these lies will stop me from giving him a divorce? Yuck. I feel disgusted. I would never have a child with Ronald.
However, before Katherine resigns, she will cooperate fully to assist with anything that you might need. After all, it is the Scott's family business.
Oh, I see. He wants me to acknowledge our marriage and deny the idea of divorce. You think too highly of me, Ronald. You already have so many talented and capable workers. You do not need me.
No matter how capable those people are, they could never compare to you. I have always admired all the hard work that you have put in throughout the years.
Well, we are all certainly glad to hear of the great news. Katherine, this is actually regarding the loan by the RT Group. It was previously handled by you single-handedly. However, there is now a problem with the collection. It would be better if you could go check it out.
All right. You may go now. Ronald, do you have an opinion on this? If I remember correctly, the RT Group's loan was originally signed by you, and it was referred to by none other than Anastasia.
What is your point?
In your eyes, whatever Anastasia does could never be wrong. So, how would you like me to take the blame this time?
Anastasia, I need you at my house right now. Hurry. I should not have trusted you with such important work.
Wow, Mr. Scott, this looks like a really great restaurant.
Yes, it is one of the best restaurants in New York.
I know. I have heard a lot about this. But sir, why have you brought me here? To what do I owe this pleasure?
You are our star employee, Katherine. You handled the RT Group account very well, and I believe we have to treat our employees like family. After all, an organization that has its employees at its heart will never fail.
Thank you, sir. I cannot take all the credit. Miss Taylor was one who recommended the account.
While an idea matters, its execution is extremely important. I knew I could trust you with such important work.
Thank you, sir.
Without you, Scott Enterprises would not be the same. I made the right decision when I hired you.
That's a lot of high praise, sir. I don't know if I deserve it.
There is something about you that makes you very special. You are very dedicated and loyal. I don't see that in many people these days.
That is just my duty to you, Mr. Scott. Anything you ask me to do, I have to do it with dedication. That's all I can offer.
That's more than anything. Although I wonder, what have I done to deserve such loyalty?
Sir, you changed my life.
Oh yeah? How?
Well, you offered me the job. That saved my life.
Oh yes.
Everything has been settled.
What did the investors say?
The investors will use various reasons to cancel future contracts with the RT Group.
Katherine personally handled the loan of millions that Ben Yarrow took from Scott Enterprises. She will be held responsible for this.
Yes, you are right.
That shrewd woman wants to challenge me? What rights does she have? I am Anastasia Taylor. No one can go against me.
If Katherine can't recover the money from the loan, she will have to come up with the money herself. There is no way Ronald will let that go. Don't worry. The position of Mrs. Scott will be yours sooner or later.
You're not just my secretary, Megan. You're a magician. If you had not suggested that I go after Ronald from the start, we would not be here.
Yes, it was all going well till Katherine came into the picture.
That woman really thought that Ronald really cared about her work. One word from Ronald, and she rushed off to complete the job. That was really hilarious.
Anastasia, I need you at my house right now. Hurry!
Who was it?
Ronald, he needs me at his house.
Why did you have to call Anastasia?
I need to clear this up.
But how does it matter? You will anyway find a way to blame me.
That's not...
After all, how can you let your precious Anastasia take the blame?
Could you please keep quiet till she arrives?
I am sure Anastasia is going to come and blame me. This is definitely her own doing. She has planned all this to humiliate me. There's a long and hard battle coming up. I better be ready.
Ronald, you were looking for me? Why is Katherine here?
The RT Group loan was recommended by you, right?
Yes, it was. At that time, they were having some financial difficulties, and I heard Katherine saying that Scott Enterprises was not performing well at that point. Why, Ronald? Did something happen?
Liar! Lies just fall off her mouth so easily. She will say anything to save herself. When did I ever tell her Scott Enterprises was in trouble?
Katherine, if I'm not mistaken, at the time, I told you to deal with the situation at your own discretion.
At my own discretion?
Katherine remembered how excited she had been when Ronald had allowed her to deal with such a big matter on her own. That was the first time he had intervened in her work and told her to take control. He knew that. Now he is using it against her.
Yes, Ronald. How could I forget? It was such a rare occasion that you let me manage it.
The tension in the air makes Katherine feel a bit dizzy. Her knees feel a little weak. She sways a bit.
Mrs. Scott, are you okay?
Yes, I'm all right, Sam. Thank you.
Katherine, is there something wrong with the RT Group loan? How could you be so careless? Ronald, why is Katherine looking at me like this? I was only trying to help her. Didn't you conduct an investigation before approving the loan?
Very well played, Anna. I hope Mr. Scott can handle this properly.
Katherine, did you resign just to avoid responsibility regarding this matter?
Is Mr. Scott for real? He's taking Anastasia's side. He has fallen for her trap again. Mr. Scott, why don't I investigate the matter regarding the RT Group?
Sam, why are you so concerned? Why are you so anxious about Katherine?
Anastasia, please watch your mouth. Unless you have something to say that would be helpful, just shut up.
Ronald, why is Katherine being so mean to me? She is at fault and I have done nothing.
You're right. If Katherine used her brain as well as she uses her tongue, this problem would not have occurred.
Katherine felt sorrow overtake her. Her throat hurt, her head pounded, and suddenly her body was in pain. Knowing she could not show weakness, she regained her composure.
I was never very close to Anastasia. I would never tell her that Scott Enterprises was in trouble. And she has always despised me. Why would she have gone through all the trouble to find me a potential client?
What are you saying, Katherine? We were on good terms before. It was only after your marriage you started becoming rude to me. Maybe because of jealousy. I was kind enough to offer you help, and now you're accusing me?
Sam, please figure this out.
Of course.
Why should Sam solve the problem that she created?
You're right. Since Kate is so capable, then she can handle the matter herself.
Of course you would say this. Nothing else would be expected of you.
If you think that you cannot handle this, then say it now. You will not be blamed for this matter.
Don't bother feeling bad for me. I don't need your sympathy. I will look into this.
Very well. I hope for your sakes, your words don't come back to bite you later.
But before we agree on anything, I need you to promise me something.
What is it?
If we find out Anastasia is involved in this, I hope that you will take the necessary action.
After all, in front of others, Ronald was a man of his word, and Katherine knew this. Anastasia got nervous hearing this. Beads of sweat began to form on her forehead.
Ronald,
Fine, agreed. But if this had nothing to do with Anastasia, then what are you going to do?
If this has nothing to do with Anastasia, I'll give you anything you want.
What valuable things do you own? What can you give me?
I do not own anything valuable. However, I do have something that Anastasia wants to have. If this matter had nothing to do with her, how about I divorce you and give up the position of Mr. Scott to Anastasia?
What?
A double-edged sword for Ronald. Katherine played the game smartly and emerged victorious. Either way, she is the real winner. Will Ronald accept these terms? Will Katherine find out Anastasia's involvement?
Hey y'all, hope you are loving The Divorce Story. Keep following us as we release a new episode daily on YouTube. You can jump the queue and unlock all episodes of the audio series by installing the Pocketfm app now. Just click on the link in the description. To watch the full playlist, tap here, and to watch the next episode, tap here.